Fractal going to the big arcade damage versus Yasha. Oh, Yasha instead. That's a bit of a different guy. Yassi is the warlock. Yasha is the paladin. Get it absolutely riddled with bullets. Big arcade missiles back to back. Absolutely trying to see if he can survive the damage. Massive ultimate 4. Fractal does it. Put himself right next to Yasha. It's kind of a dangerous situation to be in, but it's going to be the paladin charging out right after him. Trying to see if he can break right through the mage. It's going to be a quick ice block. Is it a bubble for Yasha? It is not a bubble at all. But Yasha going to try to see if he can potentially just chip away the ice, but the ice is too thick. It's too strong. Quick hodge. Ultra Fractal immediately has a blink for it, trying to use that arcade mobility to try to see if he can walk away from the paladin. Ring of Frost surrounding the sheep as he has a fully polymer. Big missiles to follow, trying to see if he can blast him out, touching the magic at the ready. More missiles right after. Got him some missiles while moving. Gonna be a quick blind Ultra Fractal is going to be a trinket out of the mage. Shield of Vengeance to cover for Yasha as he's charging out towards the mage with his approach. Quick invis by the mage, quick AoE though out of Yasha, even quicker AoE than that. Breath by the mage, immediate trinket by the paladin. It feels like he can actually potentially have Fractal here. Fractal does have all the time. Yasha better have himself the biggest damage out there. Fractal is super low, playing with fire, but literally placing down a ring of fire. Big final wreck with a blade, and Yasha does end up taking him down. That is a lot of damage output right there, man. That's a forge. With Mogdem going to be next. Spear onto Yasha. It's going to be a bubble immediately. Does Mogdem run to Shatter? He may have to play it very carefully. That's going to be a full stun. Big freebie damage for Yasha. But Mogdem at least feels like, you know what? I'm not going to die for it. He is going to take a lot of damage from it, but he won't die. Going to be a quick Avatar Bladestorm right after. Trying to see if he can stay on the Paladin's best. Get a quick fear before the Paladin gets to escape. Trying to see if he can just get some auto attacks and a big Executes to follow. Yasha trying to see if he can survive it, but the Executes are going to take him out. Mogdem trying to see if he can just walk away very quickly. Maybe get himself a bit of a heal. Before Kiosko trying to see if he can deny him any kind of healing to follow. Just out here as a survival hunter with a bow. Are you weapon swapping? Is that what I'm gonna see here? Or is this like a new build you got going on? Steel Trap catches him. Gonna be Kiosko exchanges some dots. Stormbolt to stop him in place, but Mogdem can't re-engage. Gonna be a quick spear. Does Kiosko get himself out of there? Warbreaker with a freezing trap to stop him. Gonna be a Trinket Bladestorm out for the warrior. Kiosko trying to give himself a bit of a defensive. It's gonna still stick to that ranged weapon stun onto Mogdem. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of range damage with those arcade shots. The Death Chakram actually doing quite a bit of damage as Mogdem is gonna turn to the pet. Impending victory to recover a little bit of health as Kiosko going in for a bit of a mending. Ben is trying to recover from the bleeds and the wounds. Big Executes as Mogdem actually gets to go for a bit of cleave. Gonna be massive charge that Execute. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Especially when they got that Venthyr bloody red Executes. Oh, they're so terrifying. Stormbolt, oh my god, just rolls over him. As we're only hitting that 4-minute mark, only 18% dampening. This is where Mogdem actually still has survivability for a little bit longer. But who's gonna be next? Fury Warrior versus an Arms Warrior. Now the question is, how is Mogdem gonna be able to fight this? He technically does have more damage than Gamer when it comes to burst, but that lockdown, quick burst out of the Fury Warrior with the bleeds is going to be pretty nasty. Going to be Mogdem disarming the Fury for just a moment. Is going to go for big Executes and got himself a little bit of self-heal as well. Full damage to the ready. Massive Warbreaker into a Gamer. It's going to go for a Bladestorm with a Reflect to follow. Gamer just tried to play it very defensively. Why he's got himself that Avatar. A Mogdem is going to go for yet another charge. Getting Gamer super low. Spirit to follow right after. Does Mogdem just post parry? He presses parry. There's no way Gamer can actually stop it for a moment. Does still have a defensive. Try to see if he can hold on to it until later. Going to be a quick stun until Mogdem is going to go for big recovery with a little bit of a recklessness. Letting him go for back-to-back bloodbath, bloodthirst. Big lead by the Fury Warrior. Try to see if he can separate away from Mogdem, but Mogdem is going to go charge it out, follow. Got himself Avatar. That's going to give him a bit of wreck into a Warbreaker right after. Got himself maybe a little bit more damage, but it's going to be Gamer with a slow. Just trying to see if he can sprint away from the guy. Just trying to see if he can avoid the Arms Warrior. How is the Arms Warrior actually challenging the Fury here? Going to be a trinket out of the Stormbolt. Mogdem has a trinket of his own. Gamer getting locked down for just a second. Mogdem just trying to see if he can pop himself a Reflect for any kind of magic damage. Going to be Gamer get a bit of the big back-to-back Executes. Gamer should be able to survive through this unless Executes just overpower him. He has a healing. Oh my god. Mogdem just overpowers him. The damage. The big Execute slammer, jammer, fatty crits on him. My goodness, Fenrisa tried to see if he could approach Mogdem real quickly as he's backing up out, maybe hoping to get himself that second win rolling in. Kid shot by the rogue. There's nothing Mogdem can do. Fenrisa looking to see if he can just potentially one-shot him, get him out of the game immediately. Not giving him that man a chance at all. My goodness. Gonna be Fenrisa trying to see if he can back away from too fast with it all the time. Gouge to follow. Does Fenrisa have a kid shot right after? Because some rogues like to start the big burst opener with a gouge wall and dance in order to get the Dance Macabre procs rolling in. Gonna be too fast. Trying to go for a knockback onto Fenrisa is actually gonna have to go for a nice block. A little bit of a bad situation versus Fenrisa, who as a rogue just so far has been quite deadly. Too fast, just having to go for a full reset. So does the rogue. Sap to follow right after. Doesn't go for Shadow Strike. Hoping to go for a big kidney shot. Cheap shot is going to be blinked by the mage. I think the rogue basically expected it. Does the rogue have a cloak shot? As he does have a cloak. So there goes that. And too fast, just taken down. Too fast. He lived in this world for too fast. Cheap shot onto the warlock. Fenrisa tried to go for a couple of Shadow Strikes. Immediately going to be a dark back with a wall. That's a lot of defenses rotating for Bible. Maybe in a bit of a tight spot right now, as that wall was used really early without quite Fenrisa popping any defense, any big offensive cooldowns. Maybe there was a bit of a misplay with that wall, because that is a big defensive cooldown. You're not gonna be able to see that one for a while. That'll be mad survivability. And the rogue still has Shadow Blade, so this time he can have a go proper with Shadow Blade. It's going to be a Fellor down, but it's not really doing quite a great job to stop the rogue unless he just gets him right here. Looks like Fenrisa went with an evasion, maybe trying to see if he can avoid the Fellor, but he didn't even go for a swing. Biblia is out here out in the open, going to be a trinket to follow him. As it's going to be an Axos from his secondary pet. Mortal Coil does get Fenry walking away from him for just a second, going to be vanished by the rogue. Just trying to see if he can stay on the Warlock as best as possible. The pets are surrounding him as Babel does back up out of there for just a second. Going to be Fenry trying to go for a little bit of a visitor. Back-to-back big port for the Warlock. That's some mobility, but shadows up for the rogue. Lets him reconnect. Mad damage with secret. Oh, mad damage with that secret technique, taking the guy out with BD. Gonna be up next as Demon Hunter does walk right next to Fenry. It's gonna be immediate immolation aura. Blind Fenry hoping to get a trick out of him. But BD knows, like, as much as he wants to get in there on top of the rogue and start tearing him to shreds, he knows he can't do that yet. He knows he had to be playing very, very carefully. Gonna be that vengeful retreat. Usually Demon Hunters will run a PvP challenge that gives you immunity to CC. Big explosion onto Fenry. Oh! I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, it looked like the man just exploded. I think he went DFA, but it still got hit with a big explosive as he did for DFA. That looked actually kind of insane. It looked like the sigil literally exploded him up in the air. That looked awesome. Gonna be Mistbolt up next, dropping in a couple of ports over towards BD. Trying to go for a bit of an immolation hunt. It's gonna reach him with the succubus. CC walking him away, but a Casmo breaks it fairly quickly. Stun, but a stun is gonna be from the Infernal as BD is gonna go for a bit of a reset. Seeing that secondary pet drop in, that Infernal. For Mistbolt, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna back up out of there. Maybe go for a bit of a heal. As Mistbolt is just going to spawn in more portals from the Twisting Nether. BD taking a bit of damage, and he so far just hasn't even been the land inside of Mistbolt. Trying to go for that Kyrian. Maybe he'll be able to get enough souls in order to catch up a bit of healing. That is a big portal. Smacking him down right now. Reflect out from Mistbolt with a wall. Mortal to follow. Maybe one in a bad spot. Going to be a trick of the darkness. Another portal going to open up. Trying to see if he can move the Demon Hunter out of position. That's actually going to be able to do so out of darkness. BD may just go down here to the portal. Trying to see if he can recover health from the succubus. But there's going to be a Warlock catching up to him. My goodness. That positional with that portal, that was good. Taking him right out of that darkness, right out of the defensive. Fenry does catch up on 3 kills, but Mog damn VP, man, just keeps trucking it as the arms warrior.